Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2, as now to the North German Confederation. Let us continue on for last off. So we're with Russia to free and liberate Poland. We are having some issues, I will admit. The Russians are apparently like somehow actually technologically better than I am, and that's wild to me. We are destroying them here because we have they have a good attack general, but they are taking a -1 for crossing and a -1 for digging in. And we're trying to get our troops to this front line here. And also trying to, like, not take a million points of attrition along the way. Also, one Russian army just, like, refuses to die, which is not great. There we go. So we got a little bit of points done. Let's keep going this direction. But unfortunately, they are putting troops here. 700 to 3,000 is pretty nice. But, of course, my troops are still in bad situations right now. I mean, we are fighting, it is the Russian army, to be fair. Notorious for being absolute monsters. Calabar can now be in our sphere, and that is fine. We'll basically drop all points for them because they don't matter anymore. Add to our sphere. It looks like the Americans are trying to take anybody who's in our sphere just because they're ours. Which I think is a little bit rude, to say the least. Will anybody else attack Russia? I don't think so. Even CBSD is the Swedish for some reason. I don't really know why. We got 15 war score here. 28,000 to 95,000 troops dead to the far north. Of course, we only need to get... I mean, we are winning. It just needs the Russians to basically say, hey, we'll allow Poland to be an independent nation. And if that costs, tens of hundreds of thousands of Russian lives, and I guess also German lives... by proxy, then so be it. Mostly because, it's a good buffer state. If we have Poland right here, Russia can only attack us through, like, North Prussia. Which does make things a lot simpler for us. Yeah, we do got a nice defensive line right now. Let's start slowly trying to push into... Oh no, we're at peace now. Fantastic. So we can already immediately demobilize the army. All of you guys, we are going to have to really figure out what to do with these troops afterwards. Again, I'm going to do that in between episodes. Does any of these guys have less than 5 cannons? You do. So you go join up with that army. Your 2 horses. I mean, I don't think that's really that good. You're just pure infantry stacks. I'm going to let these guys kind of sit away from each other for right now and just kind of reinforce. That was a full stack and it's down to 1,000 men, so they took some pretty bad casualties, I would say. Poland, by the way, you're already friendly with me, so I'm going to crank my points up with you to get you into my sphere. Please and thank you. And actually, I'm just going to keep some troops also on your border, just in case. Just in case Russia decides to do anything too fishy. So, of course, our money situation is still bad. Reduce spending here. And apparently we're still trying to buy more artillery and more rifles. We'll reduce our rifles a little bit. Go down to maybe like 100 units of rifles. I don't know how many we actually have in our stockpile right now. Württemberg, we can get them up to friendly. Not too bad. Baden will be able to get him into our sphere soon. Unfortunately, once again, just ban the Russians, please. Thank you very much. It would have been nice if I could have gotten Austria involved in that war. Because if Austria was involved, that would basically mean that they'd have a 5-year truce timer. It would be 5 years where they couldn't do anything. So the Gusa Monument. Lose 5 grand, which I do have. 11 prestige, 5 plurality. You know what? Why not? It sounds like a fun time. So, I mean, I think we're doing pretty okay. Our influence right now is kind of limited to Central Europe, unfortunately. Like, our sphere is not that large. Luxembourg isn't our sphere. I'd like to keep at least some points with them. But our money is now starting to tick up. Again, let's open factories, subsidize those factories. And I would like to also increase... or build up these factories. So right now we have a decent amount of unemployed people, which is not great. We're still 4th in industry, which is not stellar as well. I'm guessing Britain's number 1, the prestige in industry, because of course they are. I mean, the British industry was insane in the 1800s until around the turn of the century, when I think, basically Germany and the United States really started to beat them out. So what do we need right now for 3 hurrahs for Germany? We need EMS. Okay, ignore that for now. I think we really just need all German provinces. Don't open up the console, which is these 3. And it's also Alsace-Lorraine, which we will have to take from the French at some point. We'll have to try to do that. But of course, I would like Austria to join our faction, or join willingly into our confederation once we form it. But that could turn out to be pretty tricky. You guys can just combine into a single army. That's completely okay by me. We just had a bunch of money. I don't know where it went. These things seem like they're going okay. Baden, we can get them into our sphere. Fantastic. We can drop points down to them. Probably down to 1. Of course, the French have banned us from Bavaria. Why wouldn't... I don't like the French. They're a little bit of a... Some might say jerks. Just to put it... Just put it lightly. Bavaria is going to be like the last country... Like, I don't know when we'll get our... Casus Belli to fight the French. European technology, like revolution and counter-revolution, that might be the one we need here. Wouldn't be too crazy. I'm surprised that Spain's actually still a great power. The Anglo-Persian War. I don't think you're going to do that well, my friend. Afghanistan's also fighting them just cause. Are they fighting, is that Kandahar? Oh, they're trying to pick in Kandahar. Okay. Understandable. And then you're trying to also take some territory from Gaza. Not a huge surprise. 15 canned food. I would like 15 canned food for my troops. We're going to have an election coming up soon. Who is going to win this? Well, the Conservatives do have a pretty strong plurality. I do think the Reactionaries are going to win again, though. 15 grand. Okay, I do have 15 grand at least, so that's good. It wasn't going to immediately bankrupt me. Basically, if you go bankrupt, it's going to tank your prestige down to 0. Which, of course, is not what you're looking for in a country. France. I hate you so much. Have I put any money into Bavaria? I haven't. Can I put money into Bavaria? I can. Put like a very expensive like artillery factory in there. It doesn't even matter what the hell it is. Just put some money in them so that it's going to give France a 50% debuff. And you could look immediately. The French are like, with 50% penalty, we don't even want to influence Bavaria anymore. Which is fantastic. This work. Okay, now they're trying to do it again. But it works out pretty well. Like, they're not getting any influence faster than I am. So if anything, if I can beat the French to... of course I want state capitalism. Well, yeah, that is a 70% penalty. Neighbors, relations, total score relative to neighbor. Like, they do like us. I'm going to improve relations a little bit with Bavaria as well, just to get a little bit more points. Wurtemberg we should have very soon. Ukraine and Austria, of course. We got to be watching out for them. And also, just hoping that Austria has become a great power again. So, Ukraine. You're at 50 points. Is anybody else? Well, you get up to cordial. The Russians are friendly with them. They've actually put in some money. So, yeah, we're getting the 50% penalty. Even though they love us. Maybe in hindsight, we should have, done a little bit more. So, no, it looks like we should beat out the French, get them in our sphere. I think I'm just going to ban them first and then put them in. Because it secures our position a little bit more. Okay, we now can construct the guard. Prestige gain. I'm gonna go for another point defense system. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go for morale and military tactics. So Von Molte's reforms. What do you do for us? Russian General Staff for about 15 years. Those all look very nice. And will hopefully help us fight the French soon-ish. Because right now, France doesn't like us. And I don't actually know why they don't like us. Like, I would like to justify a war and take Alsace-Lorraine. Do they have another... Is there like a... Alsace is a unique core. So I think you could theoretically free people Alsace, take that territory for ourselves, and basically put them in our sphere. That might be our best option, just to form Germany very soon. Of course, I want to get jingoism. Thank you very much. These guys all need to slightly reinforce, and we got to pull all these troops over here to France. Because the French border, of course, is quite small. It's only 3 territories. But if we can take over and push in a little bit, because I don't know how expensive it's going to be to take that state from them. I don't even know what the state hockey is. Also, I think it... Yeah, no, it's just going to be like here. Of course, it's going to be a French core, so the French are going to constantly attack us for it. Which is one of the issues with forming Germany. There we go. People are even more jingoistic. Just everything's going pretty okay, I would say. You know what? Just ignore Ukraine. I'm sorry, Ukraine. I tried to free you, but the national... Apparently they get 80% of the vote, so I don't know how this happens, but I won't say no to it. Apparently you do have a lot of money, so again, open factories, put money into factories. Is it control clicked? No, shift click. Upgrade some factories, please. Thank you very much. Probably not to go bankrupt in the meantime. That would benefit me greatly. We're still trying to get soldiers. Let's get these ones from Brandenburg. Yeah, because Brandenburg's ready to recruit like a bunch of troops. Reactionary conservative. That's completely okay. Not worried about that too much. So, Belgium, who are you at war with? You're at war with... Why did you call in all your allies for this? I don't understand, but okay. Wait, who are you allied to the British? You are allied. Who's trying to take them over? Is it... Wait, no, they attacked you? Traza, that's ballsy. Saudi Civil War. That's fine. Wurmberg wants an alliance. I won't say no to that. I really think we need to... I mean, is it free people or is it liberate country that actually gets them in your sphere, though? I think it's liberate country that gets them in your sphere. And it's one of the two. But on the other hand, I might as well just take it for myself, right? Like, that would make things easier. Yeah, no, they just immediately lost. Who could have seen that one coming? Nobody at all. But of course, I don't attack the French if they are allies to the British. That is difficult. I mean, that means we'd also be at war with Belgium. We'd also be at war with the Pope, but the Pope doesn't really matter too much. It really is a... Like, I don't want to fight the British at the same time, because Britain might become the war leader, and that's going to make things significantly more difficult for me. Just ban the Russians once again. Make sure they don't get to be in Austria. I'm just going to straight up ban the French. And keep on cranking those points up. We're getting 0.4 a day. That's not too bad. We got 50 grand. So, infrastructure. Let's build up that. As much as we can, of course. In all of our territories. You're not a territory yet, but you will be at some point, I'm pretty sure. Expand the railroads. Expand the railroads. Thank you. Yeah, you're also our territory. So yeah, expand here. Expand here. And you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of points into Austria again, just so they can very much be under our control. Oh, Russia's actually put a lot of money into Austria. Well, if that's the case, then we clearly need to outpace them. Once we get a little bit more money, of course. Let's put a fertilizer factory in them. Because, you know, we want to reduce our penalty. Because right now we have a pretty large penalty. 42%. It's pretty not great. And we can see that Venezuela is trying to justify a war against Ecuador. What? Free people. Why Ecuador? You don't even border Ecuador. I mean, your border, Peru borders them. I don't know. It's very strange. So we got more Jackman rebels rising up in the Russian army. They have 101 divisions, which is like insanity that they have so many men. Right now, we're in 4th place in military. But, you know, that's fine. Yeah, I really need to sort out this situation before next episode. Because right now, it is just a mess. Also, I can build more boats. That's what I should be doing as well. How expensive are you? You are 2 points per thing. And now we're over our boat supply limit, so there we go. You can all rally to this port. And that should be fine. It's going to be very expensive for us to build this really shitty navy, because it's basically already outclassed by 1857, but it might barely persuade the AI not to attack me. How expensive are you? You're 2,000 points per thing? I gotta find who doesn't have a naval... Do all of our places have naval bases already? You don't. You do. You clearly do. Only one per state. We're expanding this one here. So yeah, no, it looks like that is all of our ports that we can build for now. Again, we built our 2 ports down here. Yes, we have. There's not too much we can actually do here. So we have basically all the ports we have. We can upgrade the ports, of course. That's always something that you can do. It's pretty simple to do. I really wish I could just, like, fund the Jacobins just to destroy Russia from the inside. Because, you know, as you can tell, Russia is quite large. It's a very, very big country. So, Austria, you're still in 10th place. I don't know if they're ever going to get back up to 8th. Well, 8th to 167. I mean, they're only, like, 37 points behind. But, you know, it can be difficult to climb those rankings. Britain does have, like, twice as many points as we do, which is not fantastic for us. But I think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. Not enjoying, click thumbs down. Watch more, subscribe, and goodbye.